which is good. And it's telling me we're live. This is all set up. Oh, look, Jim's awake. Hi, Jim.
Yeah, I just sent him an email asking him how he's doing. So he just replied back that he's
He's awake.
better, yes. Best, that's a bit down the road.
What's down the road?
I think best is
Oh,
a
Beth
bit
is
down
down
the
the road.
road.
Oh. Well, awake is a good start. That's what it is. It's a good start. What's up, guys? Tonight's show. Discussion show. You got to call in. That's the key tonight. Phone calls. Why some cashers get addicted, others don't. Jim sent me a snarky email that I don't believe. So, Jim, I saw your email. It was snarky, and I disagree. Jim basically said addictive personalities, but I disagree with that wholeheartedly. That if the only people who get addicted to geocaching are people who have addictive personalities. Got some booze too. Went boozing today, Chad.
Did you?
Went to the Binnies today. Jesse, what you got?
I have some daiquiri.
Jesse's got a dagger.
I thought about putting some brandy in my coffee, but decided not to. It would have been appropriate for addictions.
This is the first drink I've had in, gosh,
Yeah, I haven't
been a
drank in a
while.
while. When's the last time we
It's
drank?
been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. Sobered up a little bit. All right, it's 8:29.
Okay, let me call in here. Let's see.
Oh, there it is. There is the 8:30 alarm. All right, you ready, Chad?
Sure.
Jess, you ready? Is phone ringing already? Oh, she's not. Jessie can't hear me. What is she doing? Why is she in there? Oh, she's. Jess, you set up your phone? Yes, she's setting up her
I'm calling in right now.
phone. Okay, so you don't need. I can start the show.
Yes.
Okay, all right, here we go. Chad, I'm pushing live here.
Okay.
We are audio recording. Audio recording. Here we go, Chad. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have shorted its men in the phones, and please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chad. 427.
Howdy, y'all. Do you know an addict, or are you one? If so, please give us a call at the GCA. That's Geocaching Addicts Anonymous.
Addicts Anonymous. Tonight's
Or
episode
Anonymous.
643, recorded live on December. Yes, Chad, it is December 2nd, 2020. It's a discussion show, kids. Why some cashers get addicted and others don't. Phone lines are open. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That's 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about Patreon, Chad.
Oh yeah.
Chad, everyone locking in their coin pledges. Guys, if
Ooh.
you don't know, if you're a patron of the show, already a patron of the show, we opened up a $10 tier for the geocaching podcast GeoCoin that's on its way. I was just emailing with Chris Mackey this morning, getting in touch with Oak Coins, getting the coins set, getting ready to go. And
Awesome.
it's a $10 pledge. Chad, 3 people up, boom, to the $10 tier. They're like, guys, I am warning you now, okay? I only got a small number of the Patreon ones. And once they're gone, they're gone. These are special coins, separate from the regular. We're going to have normal coins that everyone could buy, but there's going to be patron-only ones. The special ones, guys, a limited number. Whoever's locked in is locked in. But you're going to come in late. I'm warning you. I am so warning you. You're going to see the coin. You're going to be like, OMG, got to get it. Boom, sold out. So I'm warning you guys, if you want the patron one, because some people are coin crazy. God bless them. Some people got to have the hard to find, the low numbered coins. This is them. So I'm warning you now. You jump in now because you're gonna get left in the cold. I'm warning you. So Patreon also. There's more to that though. Extra video, extra audio, only available to our Patreon members. Chad, look at Jesse and I just bought GoPro 9. A
GoPro 9.
GoPro 9. We splurged for Christmas, Black Friday. Couldn't help it. GoPro 9 for to make.
So you opened your Christmas present early.
To make our videos that much better on the show for patrons only. We've got a new GoPro. We're looking forward to getting out there and mess around with it.
Is it still a small cube?
Yes, it's still a small cube, man.
Okay.
It is.
Because that package looked rectangular in nature.
Well, this has got, if I open it up here, I got extra batteries. Here's the cube here.
Okay.
I got a whole sticky here thing for it. This is for the battery. It's a clip thing. So here's the camera right here. So yeah, it's still a cube. That was a battery. I got extra batteries. So yeah, we can't wait to get it out in the wild.
Awesome.
So guys, extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. The show store, urbantreecanopy.com. You go there, you punch in your little code that we give you when you become a patron, and you get shirts, boom, for like nothing. Nothing, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So you get that, including this shirt right there, Geocaching Podcast right there. You get path tags, you get stickers, and you get geocoins. So you're starting as low as $3, guys. Become a patron. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an interesting year in 2021 for patrons. Also, Chad, speaking of that, December 19th, Chad.
December 19th.
It's a Saturday. You free that day, Chad?
Sure.
All right. We're going to have our patron guys. This is what I've been talking about. The patron only giveaway show, Chad.
Ooh.
Patrons, you come on. We're giving away coins. We're giving away path tags. We're giving away T-shirts. We're giving away what else are we giving away, Jess? We're giving away, Jess, can you hear me? What else are we giving away? We got a whole slew. We got a whole pile of stuff.
We got some trackables and
patches, trackable patches. I think.
Yeah. We'll have to see what all's in the
so much in the grab.
We're prize closet.
Get it out. Get it out. We're purging for 2020. Purging it out. So this is the one. If you've been a patron, this is the show you've been waiting for. But you got to come on the show to be on it. You got to join the show. And if you're not a patron, guys, it starts as low as $3, kids. Come on, $3 a month. You can't go wrong. So that's 2 ways to help us out. One of them is PayPal, paypal.me/the Geocaching Podcast. You make a one-time donation, or you become a patron. That's patreon.com to go and join. It's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
And tonight we're sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com, LOGWERK.com. Whoop, yeah, that's right, .com. Sorry about that. I second guessed the work. Sorry. You know what? I was on total just autopilot. because I was reading something. I was reading the store notes, and I was on autopilot, and I'm like, wait, did I say that right? So
All right.
I apologize.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Me Go soap, It's Spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray, all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com, MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. The store is temporarily taking a hiatus as Jim recovers from COVID-19. They hope to be back up by December 7th, and we'll let you know. So for now, our thoughts and prayers still go out to Jim as he recovers.
Yeah, Jim, do me a favor. If you go live December 7th, when's December 7th? That's in 5 days. Whenever you go back up, Jim, shoot us an email and I will throw it on our social media so it'll spread out to the masses. I know Jim's listening. And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group, with adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt and design and cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your geocaching experience with your own custom design. Find them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, buy pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. And visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 41,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And as always, you can find links to all our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
So, Jesse.
Yeah.
I bought. So I was checking on social media this morning while I was drinking my coffee, and I saw a thing about Wrigley Field ivy. I'm like, you know what?
About what?
Wrigley Field's ivy. I was reading about Wrigley Field's ivy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why it's popped in my head, but I forgot to tell you this at dinner, so I'm like, no. So I bought some ivy this morning.
Okay.
I bought seeds of Boston ivy, which is the same ivy that's in Wrigley Field.
Okay.
We're gonna put it in a pot and we're gonna grow ivy.
Okay, I'm okay with that, but I don't want to put it in the yard because it will go crazy and we'll never get rid of it.
No, I don't want to put it in the yard.
Okay, good.
Although we
Okay.
could put it against that wall by the front door.
No, I'd rather not.
Growing all over your wall.
Yeah, I'd rather not. We can keep it in a pot inside. I'm okay with that.
Can we keep getting bigger pots so it'll get bigger and bigger?
Yeah,
Can we put it up on the wall? Can it grow the wall?
that maybe. We'll talk about it.
All right.
I think I heard a veto on the ivy.
No. She's pretty laid back. She'll do it. I could talk her to it. If it looks cool, she's going. Guys, the Black Friday sale on our store is still going on. It's going on Black Friday. $12 regular tees plus 20% off of everything from 11/25, November 25th to 12/7. So we got 5 more days at 10 a.m. Central Time. UrbanTreeCanopy.com, guys, if you want to get a shirt for dirt cheap. And you are not a patron, especially. Now's the time. So new shirts in there. Jesse just convinced me to put a new shirt in the other day. So I added another shirt. Jesse had an idea. So more shirts in there, Chad. So that's coming up. And we got an email, Chad. Email.
We did.
What do you got the emails? Yeah. We got an email from Nandi108, Chad. She says, I was listening to last week's show on my way to work Thursday morning, and y'all were talking about Adventure Labs. See, she was listening. People listen on their way to work, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
With a little earbuds, maybe in the car. I like to think earbuds on a subway, but maybe not. Or an L.
Well, at least it most likely was not during stop and go traffic, because we haven't had a lot of that recently.
No. True. Yes. I completed my first Adventure Lab a couple of days ago before Halloween. I'm sorry, a couple of days before Halloween, not a couple of days ago. Excuse me. Given it was a haunted tour of historic Occoquan. Occoquan. Say that. Occoquan? Right? Occoquan?
Both Jesse and I are copying and pasting that into Google search.
haunted of a historic Occoquan. I know geocaching.com has had lab caches previously at larger events, but have never found any.
My guess is it's Occoquan. I don't
Occoquan?
know.
That's better.
Occoquan?
So I had the
That
wrong
could be.
emphasis on the wrong syllable is what I
I don't
did.
know. That's just a guess. I really have absolutely no idea.
Fair enough. So it was my surprise that literally 2 days after completing the Adventure Lab, I get an email from Geocaching HQ congratulating me on being chosen to create one of my own. Part of why I was a little baffled about receiving one was I had thought that you've had some experience with said task, like finding two complete Adventure Labs, not just two Adventure Lab caches. Anyway, I just thought I'd be a little harder and a little longer before I could place my own Adventure Lab. Well, I don't know. I mean, is that how it works? Oh, Glenn's saying I'm right. I had it correct.
Yeah, I just found it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's Occoquan. It's Indian for at the end of the water.
really?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
So-
kind of where the Potomac starts
Mm-hmm.
dwindling.
I don't know
down.
how Adventure Labs work in terms of getting one. Is it just finding one get you one?
I thought they only awarded them to people who volunteered to do one. Like you had to
Right,
fill out a form.
Form, yeah. Long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
didn't
that.
think that they were just randomly giving them out to people
Yeah,
because
you had
remember-
to fill out a form, and now you can also request credits.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
that's-
remember the fiasco of the original the first virtual rewards where they just randomly gave them out to people and like only 2/3 of the people actually
Cashed.
actually used them.
Right.
And so then they decided maybe we should have people actually sign up for it if they want to.
Yeah. Never got one of those. Sadly.
Nope.
So I don't know, Nandi. I think the question remains is, did you sign up for one? If you signed up for one, that's why you got it. So I don't know. Ian's texting me, but I can't see it because it's on my little watch and it's too tiny. Ian is too tiny. I can't see.
He's probably saying, "Hurry up and pull him on the show because he's tired."
I think that's what he's saying. No, here we go. Oh, he's texting me eligibility to be eligible. Thank you.
Oh,
To be eligible, you
well,
must be
he's in the queue. He's in the queue, Scott. Why don't you just?
Let him wait. To be eligible, you must meet the following criteria. I love you, Ian. You know that. The following criteria: you must be a geocaching premium member. You must have found at least 2 Adventure Lab caches. You do not have a current credit or active adventure. Interesting. So she's right. You had to have found at least 2. But she's only found 1. I don't know.
Well, sounds like she might have found a series. So probably like 5.
Yeah, right. Oh, yes. I don't know. But he's texting me again. 2 lab caches, not 2 adventures. Oh, so 2
Yeah.
lab caches. Oh, I don't know.
So and she's probably found 5. So it was 1 adventure, 5 lab caches.
All right. So, Nandi, let us know. Did you sign up? We're curious if you signed up. So, getting on. All right, discussion. I think this was brought on. I'm going to bring, I think, and I hope I'm right because I'm going to bring him in right now. I think Scott or GSM times 2 shot us an email talking about this. So, I'm going to bring him in. Hey, what's up, California? Scott, how you doing, buddy? Hi.
I'm doing fantastic, Scott. How are you doing today?
Doing very well. Are you the one who gave me this idea? Who came up with this?
I believe I am.
Okay, great. I was like, that's a really good topic, and I think I hope I emailed you back and said it's in the queue to go to a show because I thought it was a really good topic, and especially as a discussion show.
You did that.
Okay, great. So thank you for that, guys. If you have a great idea for a show, email us. As you can see, it works. It became a topic for the show, and I think a well-deserving one. So, Scott, what do you think? Since you brought this up and it's your idea, what do you think? Why do you think some people get addicted, some people don't?
Okay, I have my personal opinions, but I'm going to kind of defer to a podcast that Craig did, the Aussie Geocacher See Me Shells. In his episode 10, he had a psychologist or a psychiatrist, I'm not exactly sure, but she talked about the attraction of geocaching. and in very clinical terms and very specific terms. And I thought it was a fascinating show. And if anybody can listen to it, go back and listen to it. And one of the things she talked about was just the fact that every time we find a geocache, we get a little shot of adrenaline and endorphins
Sure.
and so forth. And that can be a little addicting. What do you think?
Yeah, I absolutely. I think yes. I think it hits the endorphins once you find one, or even getting close to one, or even when you near it. I think I think it shoots it. So absolutely. But what do you think about? Jim sent me one. It's an addictive personality. What's your thoughts on it being an addictive personality?
I think that I'm going to go back to Craig's show, and then I'll answer that question after I bring up a couple more topics that were in there. And one of them was our desire to plan and to, set goals. I guess that's one and the same in a way.
Mhm.
But, people like JT Coffee, I don't know if you've ever listened to her, but she just has all these goals set up for multis and so forth. And it's all set up in books, and it's meeting a desire and perhaps an addictive desire that she has to plan. And then, Jessie, she does your planning for you. You could probably ask her what that feels like when she does her planning. So again, meeting some needs, some internal needs. And finally, I think we need to recognize our drug pusher in this out there in the world, and that's Project GC. Without Project GC, making it easy for us to see how many, where we are in our fizzy grids and how many fizzy grids we've done, where we are in our Jasmer and how many more Jasmers we get, and where are the Jasmers that we get. They just sucked you right in,
They smack
with
the arm.
free,
They smack
and
the
now,
arm is what
by
they
God,
do.
you're going to pay $30 a year for that shot.
Take another hit. Come on. You're one away. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
And then as far as addictive personalities, I don't know. I know that, had some fathers and stepfathers who had addictive personalities. I don't know if they would have gotten addicted to geocaching, but again, when you get that little shot of adrenaline, the same thing about people who start running and then just hit that runner's high and have to get that runner's high. I think geocaching might have that component.
Okay, but here's the thing. Now, I don't want to tangent this show off onto an addiction show, because that's not what it is. Because the question remains, okay, why don't some people, if it's a shot in the arm like we want, we're getting our shot. The question is, how come some people it does nothing for them? Some people are like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Why would anyone do that? Why would you go into the woods to find Tupperware? You got to be kidding me. Why?
And I think I can use my wife, who was actually the first geocacher in my family, as an example, because when we went on a hike, somebody was geocaching. She recognized it. Darb handed her the GPS and said, "Here you go." And on the way home, we had to stop by the sporting goods store and buy her a GPS.
It's like buying her a pack of smokes. Look at you. You just fed it.
Exactly.
You fed the addiction.
And then about 3 months later, she wasn't interested in it. And then a couple things, one, she did not like putting her hands where there might be spiders or bugs or snakes or whatever. So for her, that little shot of adrenaline was counteracted by the fear of doing that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Urban, she did not like being in a position there she might stand out and people might be watching her. So again, that apprehension counteracted the addictive quality of it.
Interesting.
So she got out and is doing, and is addicted to other things.
All right,
other my dad called these harmless addictions.
Jesse's currently.
And I think that's what this is, a harmless addiction.
Yeah. Jesse's not taking a call. Let's ask Jesse what you wanted to ask her. Jess, how does it feel when you are setting up a route to cache? Is it frustrating? Is it exciting? Does it hit that little adrenaline? Does it give you a shot?
So, yeah, I mean, it's just like any other, planning or organizing. And I thrive on that, whether it's at work, at home, whatever. I like things to be neat and in order, and I want to know A, B, C, and that I don't even know how to explain it. That's just what I thrive on. If I walk into a room and things are in order, I'm content. But if I walk in and things are chaotic and I don't know what's happening and I don't know what the plan is, it's anxiety inducing. So I think the planning part of it really is like having things fall into place, knowing what to expect, and the satisfaction of putting the puzzle pieces together. I guess I can think of it that way too. It's sort of it's a puzzle that you have to solve. How do I get everywhere that I want to get in the shortest amount of time, or whatever the situation might be. So I think it's multifaceted for me.
And I agree with that completely with my wife, who I adore. Jesse, what's my desk? What's the worst part of my desk?
I hate your desk.
What? She's like, I hate all of this. But what do you hate the most? What do you hate
The problem with Scott's desk
about every time you come to my desk?
The problem with Scott's desk is that he has 6 drawers in the desk, and they're not
10 drawers. I have 10 drawers.
10 drawers. They're not categorically organized in any way, shape, or
I
form.
married this woman.
It's like just random things, and he has like path tags in this drawer and path tags in that drawer, and like paper in this one, but there's also paper over here, and it drives. I can't go in those drawers. I just can't.
I'm with you, Jesse. So
Thank
Scott would be like my wife with that, and it's like basically the stuff goes in cabinets. It's like food. I want to organize that stuff in the cabinets and stuff. My wife comes in, it's like do. And it's like,
yes.
I can't find anything.
I told Jessica, I go, it's my drawers. What do you care? It's my drawers.
Fine. That's fine. But
wherever I want my drawers.
But Chad is exactly right about the food. So Scott has been doing most of the grocery shopping over the past 8 months, and I've been going to work, and he comes home and he puts the groceries away, and I look in there, I'm like, I can't even look. I open it up and I close it back up because he's got pasta up here and pasta down there. Right. And I mean, it's just all over the place. I'm like, nope. You're now in charge of cooking too, because I can't do it.
So even my geocoins are organized in groupings. I mean, I've got my Texas TXTA stuff on one row, and then Space City stuff, and then 9/11 stuff, and then basically it's all categorized.
Calling the queue, Jess. Go take a call.
I see that, Chad. Mine are exactly the same way. I have
for the record,
achievements.
Mine are not.
I have podcasts. I have events over on this side.
Right.
I'm with you, 100%.
Okay, so then getting back. Okay, so.
That's our OCD,
So
Scott,
is it an OCD thing? Does it help to have that kind of personality? Because I don't have that personality. Do you have that kind of personality?
Oh no, my wife and Jesse would have exactly the same complaints about your desk and my desk.
Okay.
But here's the other.
So you're a
thing
Scott,
about
not a Jesse. You're a Scott.
All
right. So you're a Scott.
That we all know. Geocaching has so many aspects to it that can be so attractive to so many different people. They can fit the needs.
Absolutely. And that's one of the best things about it. It's what I love most about it. Absolutely. All right, Scott, I got other phone calls. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much for the idea, but thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you did, because I wanted to get you on the first call. So I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
It's a great topic. We're going to have fun with it. So thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Talk to you soon. So Chad, before I
Mhm.
make the call, so I was going through, I was doing some research on this topic, and I was on Reddit, and I found a great thread from 2016, Chad. Okay,
Okay.
when this guy, and this might be the best word, this is probably the word of the day right here. I have been geo sober since 2009. Geo sober is fantastic. When I hit 1,000 finds, I stop trying to find every cache and don't think about geocaching every day. I have never planned a vacation specifically around geocaching, but usually will try to find some time when I'm traveling, mostly for work, to find a cache or two. Now, how how do you go from being crazed geocacher to, I guess, becoming geo sober, which is a great word, to only like occasionally caching? I never understood it that way. And somebody responds to him and says, someone said they lay in bed at night and think about geocaching. And and, and then someone said, I'm a late this is another great word. I'm a late night map perv as well. A map perv. When you lay in if you lay in bed at night thinking about caching, you're a map perv. Is what you are.
So I think some people they get obsessed with a goal, and then once that goal is hit, like this person was obsessed with the comic club. It looks like,
Yeah,
and once that goal was hit, it's like
that's it.
I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Right.
And while he still likes, it sounds like he still likes the geocache, or at least he did in 2016.
Mhm.
You know, it's not like at the top of his priority list.
Yeah. Jesse Geo Sober. What do you think of Geo Sober?
Geo sober.
People
Is that
who don't really cache anymore, they're Geo Sober.
someone who's in a slump?
No, that's someone who doesn't cache anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're in a their slump numbers are increasing rather than their streak numbers. See, I'm looking at it from a statistics
So
perspective.
he isn't saying that he hasn't cached. He stopped.
He
He
stopped.
stopped.
He's not crazy anymore. Like
He stopped obsessing about it.
yeah, he doesn't obsess about it. All right, should we bring in Ian? What do you think? You think
If he's still awake.
Let's see. I'll bring him in. Ian, hello, sir. Hello, Ian.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Ian. Long time no talk. We thought you like ditched us.
Hey. I still have a sound effect. I'm surprised.
Almost one more week, I would have took it away.
I figured it was gone already. How's it going? How's everybody doing?
Doing well. Doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. Just tired tonight, so I just wanted to call in because I haven't talked to you in a while. And this is a topic that I thought was cool.
I think you would. I think you would have much to say on this topic. So, Ian.
I did, and then Scott said it all. So I mean, here we are. But,
So why? So answer me. So what's your opinion? Obviously, this is all a personal opinion. You know, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all personal opinion. So your opinion. How come some people think this is the greatest thing? When I did it, I thought this was amazing. I loved it. But then I also loved, pirate stuff and searching for treasure and stuff like that. So it doesn't surprise me that much.
Mhm.
But why do some people, like, for example, here's a prime example. My brother-in-law, Gary, he thinks it's fantastic. I took him once, he loved it, but he's never done it again. But he loved it. He thought it was when he heard about it, he's like, that sounds so cool. I'm like, let's go do it. And he did it and he loved it, never did it again. And yet some people say that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. So why isn't it clicking with these people, but it clicks with us? Where is it? Why?
So I think Scott said it pretty well when he said there's a lot of different aspects to geocaching, and there's something for everybody, sort of. I think that's right in like 85-90% of cases. I think there's enough aspects to the game that you can appeal to a large audience somehow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thing that causes people to really latch onto it is finding that thing that they enjoy, right? Like I don't think I really got crazy about it until I went to my first big event. I think when I went to my first big event, that's when I was like, whoa, there's so many people that do this. I like people. This is cool. And that was my thing, right? And then I got into events and started hosting events and all that. You know what I mean? And I think the people that haven't gotten addicted, I guess is the reason, right? The people that haven't gotten addicted to it, I don't think they found the thing that they enjoy. You know what I mean?
In caching, you're talking about? Within caching.
Yeah, in caching. Yeah.
Okay.
So some people do it for the numbers, right? Some people are into like personal achievements, right? They get thrills out of achieving things and numbers and stats, right? Other people get a thrill out of hiking, right? So I know we have people here in my area that they will not find park and grabs, but they have 10,000 finds because they go all over the place hiking. You know what I mean? Other people enjoy hiding, right? So there's a lady that I used to know that found 100 caches, but she has 600 finds and maintains them like nobody's business. You know what I mean? So I just think that the people that don't get addicted just haven't found that thing, or the other side of it too is that it's a really, there's a lot of nuances to the game that are very difficult to understand as a new person. And I think you've had your newbie month and stuff like that. You've gone over some of those, right? And I think in a lot of cases, those people try it, they get the heck confused out of them. They don't find that thing that really draws them in, and they lose interest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's where, as a community, having the events and stuff, welcoming the new people and helping them find that thing that they love to do is super important. You know what I mean? So I keep saying,
well, finding some of the really good caches early on really helps people, get that thrill. It's kind of like golfing. It's one or two hits in the 18 holes that are like, oh man, that was awesome. That really keeps people who suck at golfing, like me, golfing, which I don't golf anymore, by the way. But that's you got to get that hook and understand that hook. Otherwise, you wind up leaving, and it could be, it might not be that within that first 20 or so caches that you find, because you're finding parking grabs or stuff that isn't all that interesting. Also with events, like you said, you can talk to other people, and those other people tell you, hey, have you gone and tried this cache? Have you gone and tried that cache?
Right, sure, right.
And that might actually set that hook.
Dude, I remember the first event I went to, I met a guy and we went and found 15 caches together.
Right.
Like that's what we did.
Yep.
Yeah. Jesse has something to talk about. Jesse, in your show notes you have about getting started. What were you saying about people?
Yeah, I mean, I think that talking about how you get started, if your first few finds are a negative experience, you probably won't continue to do it. But if you find, and I think really for new people, it's probably, unless you have somebody to show you those really cool caches, if you're new and you just happen to find a great cache in your first few finds, what a coincidence that is. It's just random, I think, because when you're new, you don't know to look at favorite points. You don't know to look at, all of those things that tell you that it's a great cache or a great experience. But if you hate your first experience, you're probably not going to do it again,
Right. I was almost there. I mean, I did 11 caches during the first couple of weeks I found 11 caches during the first couple of weeks. And then I didn't do any for 144. And it just happened to be that I was in China. It's like, hey, it'd be kind of cool to get a cache here in China. And then that actually got me back into it. And then also started, what's this mystery thing? Started solving puzzles, and then contacted one of the puzzle owners. He told me about the event that they were having. I went to the event, started meeting people, and then that really set the hook.
Right. And I think I kind of had the same experience when I first started. I mean, I cashed for a year and a half and I had like 50 fines, and I would not say that I was addicted. It was something I enjoyed, and it was something that I did, when I was on vacation, or I just needed something to do with my son, who was like 4 at the time. But then when I met Scott and I had somebody to go with and to show me, I mean, and when I first met Scott and he started taking me out to some of the really great, highly favorited caches, he was almost more excited than I was. I mean, he was like, come on, I got to show you this cache. It's so
Right.
fantastic. And, he was so excited to take me to Beverly for my 1000th. And I didn't really, I mean, I knew Beverly was, special, but I didn't really get it at the time,
Right.
But then I think it's also the kind of thing, the more you do, the more you want to do.
Which is why she found 3,000 the first year I met her.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, in 2013 I found over 3,000 in 1 year.
Right.
I had to find them all. I couldn't stop, And now, I mean, I have 500 this year, which is the lowest year since
Well, that's
2012.
That's COVID.
But I don't have that drive. I don't have that desire. I don't wake up Saturday morning and be like, come on, let's go caching, because we're not doing it on a regular basis.
Yeah,
and
of course,
so,
because we're not. Yeah, it's we have to get back
Right.
into that groove kind of a thing. Where it's
right.
like, yeah, we don't. Our first instinct isn't let's go cache. If it's Saturday night and we've had a day, we're like, oh, let's just sit on the couch.
Right.
Or like, let's go cache.
Right.
let's
A
go-
couple years
no kids,
ago,
let's
or
go. No
a
kids,
year
let's-
ago, it would have been, where are we going tonight?
Right. Yeah. No kids.
Mhm.
Let's go. Yeah. So it's. But I think. But here's the thing: is that I think both of us, once COVID's over and there's a vaccine for it, I think we'll change. I think.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to start traveling again. We'll start getting back into it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Right. And, it's like I want COVID to be over so I can start caching with my friends. I see Linda's in the chat room tonight. So I've mentioned her a number of times on the show. She's great to cache with, the GBs
Mhm.
and some of the other people that, I love caching more socially than solo as well. I mean, it's just, I have a hard time motivating myself to go out solo and cache. I don't have a hard time motivating myself to go solve puzzles. I was solving puzzles this weekend, but getting out and doing it, it's like I want someone there with me to talk to
Yeah.
chat,
Sure.
Right.
pass the time between the caches.
I can go solo.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. The problem that bothers me is that Jesse's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, because she's got to find it too, especially in my area. Like, I can't find it because I might as well wait for her because I'm
Right.
just going to go find it again, when she wants to
Right.
find it. So it's like, I might as
Yeah.
well wait. But
What I
if
thought, go ahead.
go ahead, please.
What I thought is interesting. So just this morning, I posted something in one of my Facebook groups about how this group has been quiet lately, and I haven't been out, and so I wondered, like, have you guys been out caching this year? Like, I really haven't, and I mean, probably 20 plus comments. Almost everybody said, I've been out caching by myself this year, and it's my best year ever, or it's my second best year ever. And to me, that was kind of surprising.
Right. And this is my, besides my first year, which was really 2 weeks.
Right.
This is my worst year ever by far.
Oh, that's good. Me too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Me too.
This is worse than my first year. I mean, I'm worse than but we still have geocaching day to go. But I mean, that's
Yeah. Yeah, but we're not going to hit 1,000 this year.
400. Yeah, we're not gonna hit 1,000 this year. No.
No.
All right, Ian. Always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, it's good talking to you guys.
Yeah.
We'll do this again sometime.
Get some sleep. Be safe. Be well.
All right, guys, take care.
Bye. So, I was checking on social media, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
And Neil Moore said, great topic. I had the same question. I really think it's a personality trait that just deals with addiction. Just like some people like to drink adult beverages and some can't because of addiction. Some people can go to the casino and drop $100 and walk away, while others can't step foot in a casino in fear of losing control and gambling away their savings. It is that way with many, many things in our lives, and everyone has something that they just can't seem to shake. Whatever that section is in our brain, geocaching has triggered it. Throughout the course of my life, I have traded fishing for bow hunting and now bow hunting for geocaching. So, what do you think about that, Chad?
Oh, yeah, I agree. It's like I know some people that are at the casinos every friggin' weekend and stuff. I live within 20 minutes of one casino and an hour from another casino, and I haven't walked into one. I haven't walked into one since I moved here. I mean, the last time I was in a casino was, oh geez, probably 2005.
Yeah, the funny part is Jesse and Cody, we used to go to the casino when we lived in Elgin, but we used to go to the casino because they made really good milkshakes. We used to go for the milkshakes.
Oh, those are the
Well,
best
my
milkshakes.
wife
Not
keeps
just
on
about the milkshake.
my wife keeps on saying
Lemon.
we should go to try the buffet.
Yeah, they made a really good milk. And any second, Cody's going to comment in the chat room. Go milkshake.
Lemon milkshakes. So
it looks
good.
really good. They're really good. All right, I'm bringing in Minnesota, or should I say Minnesota? Master Sergeant, hello, sir. Barry, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing awesome. How about you guys?
I'm doing well. How's the family? Everybody safe?
Family's good. Yeah, Corona free. We're doing good.
Oh, awesome.
How about you guys?
That's good.
Good. Yeah, everybody's safe. Everybody's well. God willing, so far.
Good.
You know. So yeah.
I gotta give GCPC props here for a second.
Okay.
The phrase "late night map perv" might be the best thing I've heard in 2020.
Late night map perv.
Dude,
that is
the
when you
funniest thing I've heard in a
can't
while.
when you can't sleep because you're thinking about cashing. You're a map perv.
Oh, that was pretty good. That was good.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts on the topic? I'm curious your thoughts.
So when I first started geocaching in 2009, and I think my brother-in-law hooked me up with it. You know, he had seen the app, and I must have just gotten like a new iPhone or something, and he showed it to me, and you know, we took a look at it, and I was like, holy cow, there's these things all over the place. And at that time, you know, I was very addicted to running. I still am. I run all the time. Not every day, but pretty darn close to every day. And when I saw these things, I'm like, holy cow, I can run to all of these things. And you're running to all sorts of places that are not like well-established routes. You're running down streets you would have never run down streets because there's lamp skirts or there's stuff in the bushes on the side of the road, or all of these certain things out there that this new geocaching app kind of showed me. And like you guys have mentioned in kind of a couple of your folks, for the first couple of years, I probably only had 60 finds my first couple of years because I only used it for that tool. But once I moved away from California, and we did a couple of years in Wisconsin and then moved here to Minnesota, you know, over those years, and we lived here for 8 years in Minnesota now. So over these last 10 years or so, many, many finds while running. Maybe about half of my finds are done through running.
Really?
But they're running through trails, streets, bushwhacking, frozen water, different states. And, you know, I saw you post this subject on social media or something a couple of days ago. So I've been thinking about this for a little bit, saying, what is it that is driving me to do this? And I think that I've found that I'm not actually addicted to geocaching, but I'm addicted to the exploring, to get out and to go places that I've never been, or maybe even I've been a number of times, but I'm seeing it in a different season, or I'm seeing it as a different part of day. And it can be geocaching, it can be adventure labs, it could be benchmarks, waymarks, all of those location-based games. But I think those are the tools that feed my addiction of exploring, and that's what I think that's what I think I was addicted to as I thought through it.
Interesting.
And I got to say, after listening to last week's show with Josh and stuff, it just makes me reiterate how thankful I am to, geocaching and the people that hide them and the reviewers and this whole community, because every day I have the ability to go feed my addiction to explore through one of those channels or tools.
Mm-hmm.
And, in the last 12, 13 years, it's been a cornerstone of my life, stuff I do every day now.
Oh, absolutely. Mine too. It's my wife, for cripe's sake. But yeah, I mean, we plan our vacations around it, like in terms of stuff like that. We plan our vacations on the best places to cache. Where would we like to cache? That's where we plan our vacations.
100%.
Yeah. So absolutely. It's a powerful force in my life, I don't, Jess, do you need to do it? I don't think I need to do it. I enjoy doing it. I don't think I need to do it.
I don't need to. No, I mean, but I don't need to do a lot of things that I enjoy.
No, of course not. But I'm trying to think if it's an addiction. I don't need to do it. I enjoy doing it.
No, I think this year is proof that we don't need to.
It's true.
But
Yes.
but I do think that I don't want to say we're happy, or not that we're not happy not doing it, but it just adds something.
Yeah. And spending time with you, which I love to do,
Right.
outdoors and in the
Right.
woods, getting out there.
Yeah. And here's the other thing that I've been thinking about too. So, I knit, and for me, knitting is about the process. It's the repetition, it's the colors, it's the texture, it's the, seeing things come together, how a heel is turned when you make a sock. That is my favorite thing in the world. It's magical every single time I do it. And I've made hundreds of socks, right?
Literally hundreds.
And so to me, it's about the process, and the product that comes out of it. I don't really care. I don't wear the things that I make, other than the socks. Of course, you have to wear hand knit socks. I mean, right, Scott?
Oh God, so good.
But other things, I give that stuff away. It's not the product, it's the process. And I think, geocaching, it's about the experience and, where it takes you and who you meet and all of that. And I think that in and of itself can be addicting.
Okay, fair. Good answer. I'll take that. Barry, any retort to that?
Not a bit. I would never retort your lovely wife.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you in 2021, man. Missed you this year.
Definitely. I'm gonna head out your way sooner than later. There's some Chicago caches with my name on it.
Oh, you're gonna come find the porch cache?
That's on my list. Yeah, I keep writing stuff down in your area. Yes, but I will make sure.
I keep adding stuff to my area, so you got to find some of this stuff. Anything show related, you have to find. You have to.
Yeah.
All right, let me know when you're coming in. Be well, be safe. All right.
We'll do.
All right,
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah. Bye bye. So Chad, so social media.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Winder says I got hooked because of trackables, and adding more to my hikes. Instead of just focusing on the summit, I had lots of fun stops along the way, which is, I think that's for a lot of people, for a hiker. I mean, it's just like a no brainer,
Right.
like why not add, I mean, it's something you could do while first of all, it's a break, it's at least a 5-minute break to break the monotony, of just hiking. But yeah, I mean, I agree with that. And some people, I'm not a big fan of trackables, but some people love the trackables.
I mean, I was a little obsessed with trackables early on.
Really?
Early on. And I would get upset when it would indicate there's a trackable in at a cache, and there wouldn't be one. And then I quickly figured out that they go missing.
You're one of those people. It's like, it said it's in there. What the heck? Come on.
Well,
man.
when I was a noob, I quickly, figured out that, that's not the case. That, it's not always in there. But usually when I'm kind of happy when I find a trackable in a cache, no matter what, whether I'm just gonna log it right there and or discover it there and leave it in there or try to move it on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, what's funny is I have to Cody, I put this out there, what makes geocaching an addiction or whatnot, and Cody Dog texted me back. He didn't put it on FaceTime. I'm sorry, he didn't put it on Facebook. He said his response is a strange older man asked me to get into his car, and I said okay. That would be me. A strange older man asked me to get in his car, and I said okay. He did. We met at a first to find. Like, dude, let's go get another one. He's like, okay, and he got in the car. Could
Yeah,
have been murder. Jesse's just
I
as guilty. Jesse just as guilty.
I have gotten into more strangers' cars and had more strangers get into my car due to geocaching than anything else.
Yep, I was like 36. Cody was like 20. No, maybe no 40 and 24. I think we're 16 years apart. I was an old man. He was a young buck. But Jessie, I mean, she's a girl. Shame on her. She should know better.
Well, I knew of you. I mean, it's not like I never heard your name before, and I knew who you were.
Mm-hmm. Scobia Red, Iowa. Hello, Iowa.
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good. I told Jesse when I called. I mean, I've kind of taken this like an assignment,
Mm-hmm.
to figure this out.
Oh, tell me what you figured out.
I mean, I wrote down things, and then as I've listened, I've did more, and it's like, holy moly, I'm not in school anymore. I don't need to write an essay. But anyway, I think the first thing is that we really are on the inside looking out. We are the crazies.
Okay.
And the majority of the people out there, most people don't even geocache.
Mm-hmm.
But if I remember correctly, on some show at some time, I remember that like the average person that gets an account only finds like 8 caches.
Yeah, so I don't even think it's 8. I think it's less than that.
Yeah, I think Brian mentioned that when he was on our show.
People with 5,000 or more finds, we really are the crazies.
Oh yeah, we're the minority by far. Oh yes.
We're the addicted ones, or we're the ones that.
But are we addicted?
Are into it. The majority of the people have called in and said are those people that, for whatever reason, tried it. Somebody brings their niece or nephew along, and they try it, and they never take it up.
But why?
But
why?
I think the interesting group is like what I call the situational cachers, that are, for whatever reason, they really get into it for a while, but maybe for whatever reason, and they get into with a group, but then they move, and then they no longer are with a group, or maybe they're in college, and then they move to a different town, and now they're not. And some of them keep it up, but I'd say there's a whole lot of people with that 200 to 500 finds that just disappear after a while.
Oh yeah, sure.
And you're like,
sure.
You're like, oh wow, where is this guy that was so big into it for a while, and they say, oh well, they moved to Arizona, and now they're not caching anymore, or whatever. So I think that why we are the crazies we are, I don't know, something bit us. I mean, right now I am on a 270 plus day streak.
Oh God.
That I started in February before Corona.
Oh, you're on a Rona streak for crying in Iowa? Shame on you. You're like asking for Rona.
But I'm caching by myself, like everybody says.
Yeah, but you're a mailman, right? So can't you get them on your route or something like that? Aren't you a mailman? If I remember correctly.
Seriously, could you imagine me getting a cache No.
Driving off road in the mail truck.
Get a mail truck caught on a geo trail. Trail.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's possible. But
You ever
I
take
think-
take a
I
piece of
think
mail?
Barry-
There's no log, so you take a piece of mail, you write your name on it, stick it in the cash, put it back.
Yeah, right. I think Barry had the idea, though, the guy before me, that if you have a certain amount of desire to travel, see different places. I mean, I have gone to 47 states, 43 of them geocaching. Some of them I had to go back to. But I think that in order to be like us, the people that really are into it, you have to have that wanderlust. You have to enjoy traveling, enjoy going to see different places, and this just complements it so well.
Yeah, but couldn't it just be
That-
couldn't it just be the thrill of the hunt? Could it just be that? Does it have to be the one? Does it have to be the want to travel? Because there's other people there's a lot of people in the world that love to travel, but think this is the stupidest thing in the world. Again, why do we
but
think it's so freaking cool, and why do other people think it's the stupidest thing ever?
Well,
What is it? What is it that
I know
appeals to? Now, you got to remember,
I
it
don't
appeals to
know.
me. I'm a web designer. You're a mailman. Like, there's brain surgeons. There's people that fix cars. We all, vastly different people. Different colors, different sizes, different genders, vastly different people. Why does one thing connect? This one thing connects with all of us, and yet with other people, it doesn't connect at all. It's stupid. I've had people laugh at me. Why? What don't they get that we get?
I think perhaps it might be that, like I said, there's a connection there because, like, one of the things that I tell people a lot is that up in northern Minnesota, there's a place called Cowish Falls, and the only reason I would have ever gone there was because there was like an earth cache or a virtual, and I went there, and it's like one of my favorite places I've ever been, and it was so cool. And so my love of travel plus geocaching took me to that place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh,
And
absolutely.
so-
Yes, you of course. Yeah, you never would have been
But-
there. Yes.
But yeah, there are people that have gone to these falls that didn't even know that there's geocache there, obviously.
Right.
But like I said, we're the exception.
Oh, absolutely.
To,
I'm not
to-
disagreeing with you. But you've got Linda Williams in the chat room saying it's the challenges within the game. You've got Cody Dog in the chat room saying I'm going with it's because of the community. These are reasons why we stay in the game. Why did we first get into the game? What kept us in the game? What got us addicted to the game? This is what keeps us in the game. The challenges within the game. And I agree completely. I love challenge caches and all that stuff. I spent a year and a half only doing challenge caches. Trust me, that kept me going at a certain point in my caching career. But what is that keeps what starts it? What ignites that fire? Where's that fire? How come some of us have that ignition and some don't?
I think I agree with a lot of the people that have said that there is something in while you're early caching, probably in the first 20 caches, that you're really vulnerable to losing interest or it just doesn't pick up for you. But there's something that happens in those first that first couple handfuls, and if something happens that you go, aha, and I want it, and it does do that adrenaline rush, because apparently maybe for a lot of people they don't get that adrenaline rush.
Why?
Right.
Why though?
Well,
I know.
why do we?
That's just it.
But
They
here's
don't.
the thing. Here's the thing: is I DNF'd I think my first 5 caches before I found one. I think literally I didn't find I created my account the 24th. I didn't find one till the 25th, and I DNF'd many caches, like probably 4 or 5 before I found my first one. But yeah, I kept going. Finally got to the point where I'm going to find one of these things. I'm going to find one. Like, but once wow, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's
I think that there's also, certain people like myself and probably you that, I mean, I went after a 1.5, and on the cache page, it said, if you can't find this, you probably shouldn't be a geocacher. and I DNF'd it. And I was like, oh my God.
Hey, I still DNF those.
That's awesome.
And but it gave me like I don't know. I was like, oh, I was angry because this person said, hey, you can't do that, and I'm the kind of person that, if somebody says that, you can't be a geocacher, I'd be like, well, yes, I can.
So here you go. I took my nephew's wife geocaching this is from GSN Times 2, geocaching for the first time. When she found her first one, she lit up. I could tell that she, quote, got it. That's it. Some people get it, some people don't. She has been geocaching 8 years. So yeah, she got it. Like, it's, why do some people get it? Some people don't. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't think we're going to find the answer tonight, but it's interesting to talk about. Mark, I appreciate it. I gotta get to other calls, buddy. I appreciate you calling.
Okay. Hey, take care.
You be well, be safe, all right, buddy?
Okay.
Be well, be safe.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
Bye. Before you pull someone else in,
yes,
I've got a text from a friend. She's watching the show as well.
Okay.
She's asking what kind of dog is Jeeps. I told her that it's not a German short-haired pointer.
That's a weird. Is Jeeps in the picture anywhere? Where's Jeeps?
She's in the kennel.
Oh, Jeeps is a American Foxhound and a Cocker Spaniel. Is Jeeps.
Okay.
There you go. There's your answer.
There you go. Winston forever.
We got California. The GBs. Hello. Hey, guys.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine.
Good. Gare, what's up? So are you addicted? Talk to me.
Am I addicted? Well, I think I have, even though I've been caching almost 10 years, I have one of the highest average cache found per day numbers in California. So does that mean I'm addicted?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So any which way, why I'm addicted I think is a little different. We're all different, and we all do different things for different purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I was already retired. I'd heard about this geocaching thing, but I didn't even have a GPS. And once I finally got a GPS, then I kind of went back and I looked at it, and I said to the wife, "Oh, we ought to see." So one day I looked, and there was caches in my neighborhood. So at that time, wherever we weren't traveling, my wife and I'd go out for a walk in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was kind of fun. We found about the first 4 with no problem, but the 5th was just an unbelievable mess. We went back and back and back and back and got hints. And the cache owner's idea was, so many DNS, this must be hard. So he upped the difficulty. That certainly didn't help us find the damn thing, but we finally did find it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fun, or the was, dang it, these people can hide stuff that I can't find, and this is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
So that's the adrenaline. But the thing that has probably kept me going is, at my age, I need to get out and move every day.
Mm-hmm.
So geocaching does that. It gets me out and going. So that got me going. And then, of course, when I got up a certain couple thousand finds, and I found out about these things called challenges, well, that changed my life. And I'm still doing it. I mean, I just passed 2,500 found challenges.
Wow. Wow.
And I'm
Really?
still at it.
Jeez.
So
Did you
that's
fi-
my story, and
did you find
I
mine?
don't have a lot more to say other than that.
Did you find my 2 challenges in BG when you were here in Buffalo Grove?
Of course,
Okay,
I've signed them both. You
okay.
ought to know that.
I don't remember. I can't recall. But okay, you got them both. Good. I'm glad. Okay,
Yeah.
Good. Okay, good. I just want to make sure you were so close to 2 challenge caches. I hope you got them. One of them was like right down the street. Okay, so you started after you were retired when you started, correct?
Yes.
Okay, how many years you
Yes.
been? How many years have you
I'd
been
already
caching?
been retired 2 years.
You already been okay. How many years you been caching?
In this coming April, I will have found, or I will, my 10th anniversary of my first find.
Mhm.
Even though with the geocaching, the way they calculate when you signed up, that was a whole year earlier. I had signed up just so I could see what was there, but I didn't even have a GPS at the time.
Wow. Okay, so 10 plus years you've been caching, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot.
And in the interim, after I first got my first GPS, we actually went in. We were at a RV park, and they had this little game. They give you a list of coordinates, and you had to go there and you'd find a rock and turn it over, and there's a number, and you write it down. And if you found all 10 of them, they gave you a free DVD rental or something like that.
Ooh.
That was my first geocaching that wasn't even geocaching, but so similar.
So you've never worked in cache. You've always been retired for caching.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I retired in 2007.
Wow. So he's got
I
nothing.
didn't start
Nothing standing in his
I didn't
way.
start caching. I was already retired 4 years before.
Nothing standing in your way. Wow. Must be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You've been retired a
Other
long
than
time. Did you retire early, or are you just that old, Gare?
I don't know how you want to put that. I'm 74.
Oh, you're not old. Come on. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right. So you retired in your 60s.
I'm not that old.
Oh, that's great. So
I
you're-
retired when I had already decided or calculated by the time I was 40, 45, late 40s, any which way.
Mhm.
I decided I was going to retire when I turned 61, and that's what I did.
God bless. Wow. That's my hope. Jess, can we retire when we're 61?
If you got the money, you can do it.
Can we 61? What's our goal here? What, 17 years or 16 years?
Let me do the math here. Hold on. I can retire in.
When she retires, I retire. That's the way it works.
I can retire in
many years?
16 years.
All right. So how old are you now? I want to tell people.
Never ask
Yeah,
a
fair
woman
enough.
her
All right.
age.
She's 29, don't you
16
know?
years. I'm going to be 50. So I'll be 66, 67. No, 66. All right. So I'll be 6. So he retired at 61.
Okay.
So 66.
Yeah, well, we'll be around there.
See, I'm targeting 60. My wife's targeting 65. So
Her for you.
For me,
Oh,
she's older than me, so a little bit. So and she said,
You
"Well,
get
it's
the
not
cool-
fair. You'll be retiring before me."
Mhm.
And it's like,
Yeah. When Jesse's done, I'm done.
it's like basically we've got a net worth target
Mhm.
that needs to be met, plus being able to get insurance. You know, that's a major requirement. And,
All right.
and
So Jesse, Gary of the GBs never worked. He's cashed since he's retired. He retired and then he started cashing. How awesome would that be? To just like
that'd be
cash.
awesome.
That would be.
Gary, how do you not cash all day? What else do you do? I would just cash all day.
Why don't I cache all day? Because I have almost an hour drive to find my closest
Cool.
cache.
I'm sure.
Okay, you need to get an RV. You're an old man now. You need to get an RV, okay, and just travel the states.
So and he's an
What do you-
FTF
what do you
hound, by
think
the
I've
way.
gotten, I have more finds in the over the on the miles thing there.
Yeah.
I have more finds over 1,000 miles away than I
Wow.
do under 1,000 miles to me.
Oh,
Oh, that's ridiculous.
so do I.
Drive an
But
hour to find a cache.
Well,
cache-
that's because you moved, Chad.
Right now I do.
Wow, that's crazy. So okay, so
Yeah.
when someone places a cache like 10 minutes from your house, are you like there in 2 seconds, or do you like wait a week or something like that just to wait it out a little bit?
I make a mad dash for a first to find once a month. I get one first to find a month, and then if I just happen to fall across one, I'll take it. But I only try. I've got something. It's up in the. I have about 8 years straight of a first to find every month. So
every time I try to get a first to find here in California, his GB is stamped on the damn log.
Get your one a month, then let the other people have it. Come on, man. Share the wealth.
And that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
But we have somebody in the area right now who will remain nameless that doesn't believe in that.
Yes,
and it's a person that goes to bed at 6 o'clock at night, so they're awake at 3 in the morning, and they're out and found it before I ever get out of bed and even find out there is a new cache.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Gary, I had a 10 almost 11-year streak ended because I was competing against two people who were retired. I can't compete with that. I have to go to work. I can't compete. But once they started caching, my days were numbered for FDFs because they were hounds. They're still hounds, you know. I can't compete with that. I can't compete with retired people. All right, Gary, thank you so much. Oh, go. Yeah, one more thing to say, but I gotta move on because
I was only going to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Good thing I don't live in the Bay Area. It's worse in the Bay Area for first to finds than it is here.
Really?
Man, they have some crazy people.
That's a whole nother
I talked to a guy that something like 85% of his finds are first to find.
Oh, I know. Geo Gill out here in the States, he has like thousands and thousands and thousands of That's all he goes for. Yeah. All right, Gary, thank you so much for calling in, buddy. Be well, be safe. All right.
Okay, have a good one.
Right,
bye
bye. We are well past the time. We're gonna take one more call only because it's our good friend Jim. Jim, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Scott. How are you doing?
How are you feeling, sir?
I can see you. Hey, Chad, how are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing? You okay? How's your
Better. Better is relative. I mean, but much better than I was.
Okay.
Yeah, best is going to be a ways down the road, but that's okay. Right now, some strange things might come through because I have a cat attacking you.
Okay. For anybody, this is Jim who this is Practical Geocaching. Jim, the guy who runs Practical Geocaching, one of our sponsors. So Jim has COVID. Do you still have COVID? I'm assuming you still have it.
No, I'm not infectious any longer. They don't count that I have it. I just have some souvenirs left over, breathing problems, that kind of stuff.
What about your wife?
That may get better too, so that's okay.
How's your wife?
Oh, Beth has been lucky. We're thankful for that. She has not tested positive.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's great.
It's been really great.
Okay.
It's been really great. But I wanted to make a comment on something.
Okay.
We found our first 3 caches without a smartphone, without a GPS. And we spent $180 on a GPS so that we could find more. But we're not addicted to geocaching.
Mm-hmm.
We spent 4 years building a nano company and developing a product line to help cachers hide better caches and maintain them. But we're not addicted to geocaching. Right. Even though we're renovating 2/3 of our garage to move the company out of the house because it's taken over the house. We're not addicted to geocaching. And, just because the day before I became symptomatic with COVID, I hiked for over 4 miles through Lambing the Lakes, up and down hills, through brush, around trees. And I'm not addicted to geocaching.
Yeah, me neither.
I
run a podcast.
Simple reason why.
Yeah, why? Why is that?
It's not bad for me. And I don't do it against my will.
It is not bad for you.
It's a monomania. There's no 2 ways about it.
I mean,
we can't go anywhere without geocaching.
It could kill you, though. Stupid decisions could kill you. So it has killed people.
I am not going after a 5.5 in a tree.
Today.
Not tomorrow either. But I am not going to do stupid things. But what it's brought to us, oh my Lord, it's a physical activity we both can do. We're both fairly well disabled.
Mm-hmm.
It brought us into a society of wacky people the same as we are. And I think that's what keeps most of us going, is this, whether we cache alone or in groups, we know that another geocacher understands us.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
There's a commonality. You don't have to hope they get it. If they geocache, they know what you're talking about and basically what kind of person you are.
Sure. I agree.
That's the wonderful part about it.
I
And I hope we never have to put this down. So I know you're long on time, and I'm not going to take any more.
Jim, I couldn't have ended the show a better way than that. Well said, sir. Well said. Again, please, and I apologize for saying you had a snarky remark. I just thought it was a funny remark, and I thought it was kind of snarky. So. This isn't a snarky email. I'm like, oh, thanks, Jim. That's what you say? Nah. That's what you say. So be well. I'm not going to tell you to be safe because you've already gotten COVID. So be well, all right, and get better.
We
and
will.
Again, let me know as soon as you open the store, and I will blast it on my social media, on our social media. Okay.
I will. It's a definite going up on the 7th, but I will put it through to you, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, please.
Thanks.
My
I'm
pleasure.
going to bring off if you don't mind because I feel a coughing fit coming
All right.
on. Okay.
Be well. All right. We'll talk soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Good old Jim from Geocaching. Practical Geocaching is a great shop. Unique products that are priced well. They are, actually.
Yep.
Very well. When he comes back, please support all our sponsors, but help out poor Jim there. He's had COVID for weeks. So, all right, Chad. So, did we get the answer, Chad? Why some people are addicted and why some aren't?
I think we got a good idea, at least. There's not a singular definitive answer, but we got a lot of reasons why some do and some don't.
It's one of those. Yeah, I mean, it's a good discussion show. When Scott brought it up, sent me an email. I was like, that's a great idea. I've never even thought of that. Like, why is it that some people get addicted and some don't? Why is that I think it's the coolest thing ever, but some people think it's stupid, and dumb, and that's the stupid, I don't know why Jesse and I choose on a Friday night to go, it's 20 degrees outside and we're in a park with a flashlight when some people are out having dinner, and dining with their friends and drinking.
When I go out when it's 110 degrees out, I have 104-degree fever, and unknowingly having pneumonia and wind up in the hospital the next day with sepsis,
right.
Which for a 4-day visit, been there.
Right. Why'd you do it, Chad? Why?
Why'd I do it?
I don't know.
I needed the souvenir is actually why I did it.
I needed the souvenir. There you go. You know what, Chad? I understand. I understand. All right, guys. Next week's show, Chad, December Cache of Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And December, and then 2 weeks. So, Chad, let me pull it up real quick. Since it's almost the end of the year, we can. I don't think the shows are going to change that much to the end of the year. So we've got the 9th, December Cache of Coffee, Chad. Oh, there's Jeeps wanting to go out right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ringing the Christmas bells, Jess. Jeeps is ringing.
Yep.
I got a pee bells. December 9th, December Cache of Coffee. That's next week. December 16th, Chad. Pimp Your Cache 2.
Ooh.
We're going to have people call up, Pimp Your Cache, free of charge. Tell us about your best cache, why people should visit it. Pimp Your Cache 2. The first one was fantastic. I thought, let's do it again in December. So that's December 16th. December 23rd, Chad. It's Christmas time. You know what Christmas time is?
It's Geocaching Day.
No, that's December 25th, Chad. December 23rd.
It's
third annual.
2 days before Geocaching Day.
The third annual Stump the Caller trivia game, Chad.
Oh.
Stump the Caller trivia game.
Awesome.
That's coming up December 23rd, and then December 30th, Chad. Just like last year, the Geocaching year in review. I don't know what we did this year, but we're going to find out going through the entire year for geocaching to see what we did and or didn't do, Chad. That's what's coming December 30th. That's the month of the month of December. For the final month of 2020. But starting off December Cash or Coffee next week, James is barking that she wants to go out now. So I'm going to take the dog out. That's December Cash or Coffee next week's kids. Thank you, everybody, for calling in. The chat room was great tonight. I glanced at it a couple of times. I'll read it later, as I always do. But I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the callers. Chad, thank you so much. Jesse, thanks for taking the calls and your input. Always a pleasure. Always.
And remember, for the trivia show, UTM stands for Universal Transverse Mercator.
Because you know it's going to be on it.
Because you know it's going to be on it.
Every year it's always on it because nobody ever gets it right. All right, Chad, we'll close the show on that one. Oh, we got to get down to the bottom there before the song runs out. Yeah, well, hold on. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archived video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure to click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron on our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. And I'm reminding you now, guys, $10 tier coins are going to run out. I'm warning you. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Suds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week, talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. We are clear. We are clear. We are clear. All right, guys. Was it nice to have Jeeps trained to ring the P-bell? No, see, Scott, she's not trained to ring the P-bell. She's trained when she wants to go outside. Now, that doesn't mean to go pee. She just wants to go outside or to go to the park. She also rings it when she wants to go to the park. Like, she'll ring the P-bell, I'll let her out back, and she'll just go out there and stand there and then come back in the house because she doesn't want to go.
It's like, I want to go to the park.
She wants to go to the park. Yeah. So, like, that's the I want to go outside bell. That's not the P bell. Yeah, it's really annoying when she keeps doing it over and over again in the middle of the day. Just ding, like, take me to the park. Take me to the park. Until I finally go, fine, we'll go to the dog park. So, yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Really appreciate it. Next week, December Cash or Coffee. And be well, be safe, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.